Hello and welcome to another edition of TSL Talk. But instead of starting on the TSL, we're going to start on the AFL this week after such a success on Saturday with the West Coast Eagles just pipping North Melbourne on the line at a full house at Blunston Arena. Pretty dodgy there in the second quarter, Adam. I think your emotions were pretty high, but the Eagles got home and it was a great day all round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. AFL footy in the state, full stop. I think Hobart was clearly the winner. Packed house. We saw from what Lara Giddings was saying that all the places were booked out, and it's what we needed to do to show that we are keen to get games down here, and to get a cracker like that. It was probably the closest game of the weekend, I think. So I don't think we could complain too much.
And it really, I was listening to, was it Game Day on Channel 7? They were really pumping up the ground and the venue and the atmosphere down there. It's a great advertisement for not only Blunston Arena but for Hobart and Tasmania.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about the ground redevelopments. If we can push that capacity up to somewhere near 20,000, we might not get 20,000 there, but you could probably bank on a couple thousand more. So, if we continue to get some good games down here, and I think I saw somewhere that West Coast were apparently really happy with everything and all the support they received, and they'll be happy to come back each year. So, if you can make a match like that or get a real big, strong side, then, people will continue to go.
And it's not like just increasing capacity, but if you make the facilities more spectator friendly, more canteens, better entrances in and out, obviously parking and getting to on ground is always going to be some kind of issue, but if you make the day a better whole event, it's only going to bring people back time and again.
Yeah, that's it. Make the spectacle one that the people are happy to come, the comfort factor, and as I said, making all the facilities first class, and people will have a reason to, they come back and they love the state, they love everything else we can provide. So it's a whole package, really.
And there was only one TSL game on the weekend. I suppose it was fairly predictable. Burnie winning by 55 points over South Lonnie. South almost gone from the top 5 chances now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's a tough run home. We just had a look, and their last 2 games are a Burnie again and Launceston, so you'd think they'd have to win the 3 remaining games prior to that and knock off one of those sides. And they've shown some promise, but they're running out of gas, and clearly Mitch Thorpe going down's really hurt them. And hopefully they can build and take something out of it and improve again next season.
Yeah, they played 1 extra game and they're still two wins and a fair decent percentage outside 5th spot. But they have come a long way, South Lonnie. I mean, maybe this time last year that would have been a triple figure flogging, but 55 points, I mean, it's still a convincing win, but it's not the flogging that we've seen South get in the last, the previous 3 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, they, for me, were probably the big concern. I think heading into this season, they'd won something like 4 or 5 games in 3 years, and they didn't seem to really be going anywhere. But under Mitch Thorpe, they've picked up a couple of players, and they've made some big progress. And the future, if they can keep these young kids, it looks pretty bright.
And former Demon Russ Robinson kicked 4 for Burnie, and he's going to play, I think, a couple more games leading to the finals. We've also got Cam Mooney coming down to play with Glenorchy in a one-off game. You think it's good for the competition, or does it sort of hit at not the integrity, but the standard that we get novelty factors coming in for one-off games?
Look, I don't mind it. I mean, we saw what happened with Favola out in New Norfolk a few weeks ago, and the people that he brings along to the game, and as long as it's the right people and for the right reasons, I guess. Now Cam Mooney has a relationship with Ben Beams, and he's out of foot. It'll be interesting to see how he goes. Favola's still playing, Russell Robinson's still playing, but Cam Mooney I don't think is. So it'll be interesting to see how a former AFL guy who maybe hasn't picked up a footy for 6 months comes back into the league. It's not an easy league to come into. We saw Jason Ackermanis. He struggled a little bit at times to pick up the pace. Probably underestimated the standard of the TSL, so Favola in the SFL was a drop below that. But I don't mind it as long as it is for the right reasons. It brings people through the gates, and football can be the winner on the day if all goes well.
And we saw a few teams have quite a break on the weekend. It's been a few breaks this season so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the scheduling this year. I know sometimes you can't help it with the state game and the Foxtel Cup. You have to fixture around and have teams off. But you look at somebody like North Hobart, I think they've already had 3 weeks off because they played the regional opener as well, and they've got another one coming in a couple of weeks. And earlier in the season, their coach Lance Spalding wasn't exactly overly happy with not getting continuity in there, and whether that's been a factor in them struggling to string performances, I'm not too sure. But I would have thought 2, maybe 3 at most weeks off during a year would be ideal. But yeah, to have 4 and then they've got 4 weeks and may not play finals, you don't get that continuity that you need as a football side.
We better have a quick glance at round 13, Devonport and Launceston on Saturday at Devonport. Well, you give that game to Launceston?
Yeah, you would. They definitely, 2 wins in a row. They'll be confidence, a bit high. Launceston not travelling as well as they can, so it might be a danger game, but you'd expect the Blues to get over the line.
Interesting game at KG5, Glenorchy and Lauderdale. Lauderdale won these 2 previous games fairly convincingly, but Glenorchy have got some form.
They have, yeah. It is an interesting one. Lauderdale, you would expect would get the win, and they played pretty comfortably out there. I think it was another 5-6 goal win at KG5 last time, but the Magpies have probably turned the corner since then, so they'll be steeling themselves, and it'll probably give an indication of how far they've come.
North Lonnie and Hobart, maybe this is Hobart's chance to break the duck.
Yeah, look, North Launceston, they've been a big disappointment, as they probably have been the last couple of years. You expect so much from them, but look, if they lose to Hobart, then poor old Zane Littlejohn will be they'll be calling for his head up there, I reckon.
And on the Sunday game at Blunston Arena, Clarence and North Hobart. Clarence will start warm favourites.
Yeah, hard to see North Hobart getting over the line here. I think they got a touch up early in the year at Belrive by close to 100 points. So even without Savage, you'd think Clarence will get the points.
Well, thanks very much, Adam. And remember, for all your TSL stories, pick up your copy of the Mercury or go to the Mercury online.